Hello, thank you for joining us on Channel 24. Today I have a special guest in the studio. It's Jeff Presley with E911. Jeff, how you doing?
Hey, doing good. How are you, Jack?
Doing well. We're talking about the Smart 911 system that the state of Arkansas has been gracious enough to pay for and hand down to the cities. The city of Jonesboro was fortunate enough to be selected as one of the few cities to be able to implement this thing first, kind of as a pilot city. But the Smart 911 system potentially helps first responders in the instance of an emergency.
That's correct. Smart 911 is an integration to our existing 911 system that we have in place. So if you create that profile and you need emergency services, once that number is dialed into our system, we can retrieve your profile, get important information about any type of medications, any type of medical conditions that first responders will need to know about. You can go as far as putting the layout of your home if the fire department had to respond, evacuation routes and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Now, this profile, this service is free to the citizens, correct?
That's correct. Totally free. It's paid for by the state of Arkansas with your 911 turnback money that you pay on your cell phone bills. They've instituted this program statewide. So if you set up a profile here in Jonesboro, Arkansas, and you're traveling across the state, and using your cell phone, you dial 911 for an emergency in Texarkana, they can see your profile.
Absolutely. Now, as you stated, this profile handles a ton of information from anything from your current medication, whether your family members have any allergies, your pets, your house layout. It's pretty all-inclusive, but it's not required to put all that information in, correct?
That's right. You can fill out as much information as you want to. I would recommend with the children, make sure that you got photos of the children. And every 6 months or so, they'll send you a message or call you to see if you've got any updates for your profile. But just think about a missing child alert. If we had to do an Amber Alert or a Morgan Nick Alert here in Jonesboro or Craighead County, that information would pop up on the 911 screen with a photo of that child, all the information about the child, saving precious minutes.
Absolutely. Now, who sees the information that, say, if me as a citizen, I create my profile, I put a lot of personal information in it, pictures, layouts of my house, who actually sees this information?
This is a safe and secure network. The only person that's going to see that is the person answering that 911 call. They will generate a call for service off of that. They will add your information to the first responder call. So it's not something that someone can go in and do a search on a name or an address and find information. Once it pops up on the screen, it lasts for about 45 minutes and it goes away. So it's totally secure and safe.
Right. Now, and the profile it's only generated when the call is made, correct? So
That's correct.
This is not just something that's out there and available. As you said, it's not searchable, but even the E911 responders can't access it unless you call.
That's correct. It has to be initiated by that phone calling 911.
Okay. Now, how secure is this? I know that's going to be a question for 90% of the people out there. Again, I'm putting all this information in there. You've told me that the E911 call takers and responders are the only people that can see it, but what about the IT security side of it? Is this something that's, the scammers or hackers going to be able to get into?
No, this is a very secure network. The integration that we have at 911 is totally separate from where you log into the system. You will go to smart911.com, set up your login information with a password. It's totally protected, secured. Attorney General's office here in Arkansas has checked the background and security of this service. It has passed every test that the state has given it, so it's a very secure network. It's going to be something that's going to be watched closely. There'll be compliance checks every few months to make sure that there's nothing in the system that can harm your information or leak it out.
Sure. Now, and this is not just a state of Arkansas thing. This company is a national company, so there's other states that already have this implemented, other cities that have this implemented. So this is not just a state of Arkansas thing. So what you put in could potentially save your life in another state, correct?
That's correct. This is a nationwide initiative. The state of Arkansas is the first state to go statewide as a system. So we're very fortunate here in Arkansas to have a statewide system. And now you can travel. Some parts of Tennessee has this. So if you call 911 there, they're going to get your profile.
Sure. Okay. Well, Jeff, let's step over to your office and take a look at this, what the actual 911 calls, call takers see.
All right. All right, Jack, here's what happens whenever you dial 911 with a profile. If you'll notice here, it's got the information from the caller. This is mine that I have set up. I've got a photo of me here. Talks about my house, my address, what type of utilities are at that house, the location of the utilities. It's going to show you the number of residents that lives at that location. You can put separate phones. If you have a couple of phones, you can add those. You can add your family members in here. You can go as far as to add photos of your family if you want it. Also medical information, allergies, things like that. If you need to add that for first responders, all of that will show up on the screen if you dial 911 anywhere in Arkansas.
Well, Jeff, that was great. A lot of information provided to the call taker, and as we saw, it only pops up when the cell phone is or the call is made from the cell phone that's put on the profile.
That's correct, and you know, they send me a weekly report of profiles that's come into our 911 center. They'll show us the dates, the time, not the profile, so we can kind of keep an eye on how many people signed up on the program. It's going to be a great tool for public safety, not only police, fire, but EMS. If they respond to emergency at your home, they're going to have that very important information to help you.
Sure. So what would you say to the people that are kind of sitting out there on the fence? They think this is a great service. They see the benefits of it, how it could save some lives, but they're still not sure about releasing their personal information.
Well, Smart 911 has a very good technical crew, and they welcome any questions or concerns that you may have. You can reach them on that website, that www.smart911.com. Log on to there. It's got different areas. You can find out about the system. You can ask questions on there.
Sure. And this is still pretty early on. That we're just now getting started and releasing the message and trying to encourage people to sign up. But we've had a pretty positive take on it so far.
Yeah, the response been good. Out of 350 calls last week, 40 of them had profiles. So that's a good start for Jonesboro and Craighead County. So we want to build upon that and encourage everybody to add their profiles in there and help us help you.
Absolutely. Well, guys, thank you so much. I hope you got some helpful insight about Smart 911, and I certainly encourage you, along with the police department and the fire department and the city of Jonesboro as a whole, I encourage you to go set up a profile with whatever information you're comfortable with, and potentially, save your life or family members of yours. Jeff, again, thank you so much for sitting in with us and talking about the Smart 911 system. If anybody has any questions, how do they contact you? Feel
free to give me a call at my office at 933-4694 or email jpresley@jonesboro.org.
All right. Jeff, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you guys for watching Channel 24.